It's a brand new pattern. It's got a zipper pocket here. This one has a zipper pocket here. I did a top double closure, and then there is an additional slip pocket here. This is the original size, and her strap obviously is absolutely adorable. So I'm just waiting for YouTube to go live. So if you're watching this, we're no longer live, but I'm glad you're here. Thanks for joining. There it is. Oh, great. Okay, good. So let me turn this up so you can't see it. There we go. So what we're going to do today, hi everybody, we're going to do a Rayna, but we're going to do it at 115%. So this one is in leather. It's absolutely adorable. This is the original size. It is so cute. Hey, Lori, can you hear me? Can you hear me okay? I never know with this new camera. I think it's fine, but I always like to double check. But this is the Rayna by Lynn's Handmade. It's a brand new pattern. I think it's been out a week or two, maybe, something like that. Hi, Ellie. You're sneaking in for a while. Good. Hi, Mona. Hi, Annie. Hi, Terry. Hi, Jeannie. Good. Okay. I put myself on mute because, do not disturb, because last time I was live, it interrupted my live. How rude. Yeah. So this is the Rayna. This is all leather. We are going to make one at 115% today. And just because for me, I like just a slightly bigger bag. I don't like big bags, but this will really help. It's so cute. You guys, go get the pattern. I mean, it is absolutely adorable. So here's the one that I did. And on the inside, I did it out of this waterproof canvas. It's so cute. I absolutely love it. So that's what we're doing. Now, to make this, I've used let's see, 8.5 by 14 inch paper, and I just increased it to 115%. So it was pretty easy to do. I did not increase these pieces. I did not increase my D-ring connectors, and I did not increase my strap connectors or my zipper tab. But all the other pieces I did increase. So this is what we're doing it out of, this purple leather. And I did skive it just around the edges. Let me tell you what kind of leather it is. What thickness. So before I skived it, really? Before I skived it, it was 4-ounce leather. And after I skived it, it was 2-ounce leather. So that is good to know, because really, whenever you skive leather, it needs to be, for the seams, it really needs to be 2 ounces or less. Yeah. Hi, so-and-so. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Nemo. You already bought it. You're going to love it. Hi, Dawn. Hey, Anita. Hey, Anita, I'll see you soon. I got my coffee, a fresh cup of coffee. So that's what we're doing for the outside. Oh, you know what I didn't get is a tag. I'll have to go get a tag. And then this is what we're doing for the inside. It is the liner text by Sew Yours. You guys, it's pretty thick. No interfacing at all. Hi, Jan. No worries. So that's the new size, 115%. My zipper tabs are 115%. My zipper gusset, my bottom gusset is 115%. And then my front zipper pocket is also at 115%. So again, just recapping, I did not increase the size of these wings. I did not increase the size of the D-rings. I did not increase the size of my strap tabs or my little strap end. Okay. This is what we're using for the webbing. It's an absolutely gorgeous color. It's called Jam. Hi, Barbara. Hey, Linda. This is, oh gosh, let me see who this is from. I am pretty sure that this is from Zipper Valley. It's called Jam. I don't know, Jan or somebody can look it up. I'm pretty sure it's from Zipper Valley. I've had it for a while. It's an absolutely gorgeous color. Okay. I did not get a tag, so let me go grab a tag real quick. Okay. So I just grabbed one of my tags, and I think I'm going to go ahead and put it on. Let's just do that first thing. Okay. I'm going to change the camera view. So I'm going to put it on the front. This is the front lower half. That's where I'm going to put my tag. All right, let me see what you can see. Okay. It is Zipper Valley. Yeah, it's stunning, you guys. Absolutely stunning. Hi, Nancy. All right, so let's put our tag on. And I put mine just off center on the other one, which I kind of like. I did get it straight. Tony gave me the thumbs up of approval yesterday when I showed it to him. And because I am using absolutely zero interfacing, I am going to use a piece of Decabel on this. Okay. I didn't realize this is 4-ounce leather. It's actually a little more than. Oh dear, I'm going to have to put a new blade in here. Not right now, but I will. Hey, Bonnie. Do I keep track of where I purchase things on each bag? I don't. I probably should, but in all truthfulness, I don't. Now, most of the time, I can tell you where I got it. Most of the time. Not all the time, most of the time. But that's a very good point, Bonnie. You know, that's a very interesting question. You just had a tornado warning, Lori. Oh, Lord. Go. Go to the basement. But Bonnie, that's a very good point. I don't keep track of any of that. I'm kind of embarrassed to say that as well. Because I really should. Do you? Bonnie, do you keep track of everything? If you make a bag? And who else does? I think it's a great idea. And I might just start doing it. Lori, go check. And she lives out in the country, so this is a big deal for her. Now, if I had a tornado warning here, I wouldn't go anywhere. I would just stay right here. Of course, I'm from Kansas, and, you know, tornado warnings were like, you know, every other day. Okay, so, oh, where's my camera? There it is. Isn't that cute? You think Keziah does? Does she really? Diane, you keep track of where you get everything. Diane, do you keep it per bag? Oh, Bonnie, you have really opened up a can of worms for me because, you know, the funny thing is that people do ask me where I got what I used on a particular bag, and I usually just blow it off and I just say I have no idea. But I like the idea. I really like the idea of keeping track. Brenna doesn't keep track, but she can tell you where. Huh. Do I tag the items as they arrive? Oh, that's for Diane. Okay, so what we're going to do is, this is a small piece of webbing, and she gives you the dimensions in the pattern. And then I just sewed across the bottom here. I got to move this over so I can see what I'm telling you. And then on my strap ends, I put some double-sided tape. Now, the interesting thing here, I did not skive these two pieces. Before I went live, I thought to myself, I wonder if I should. I didn't. I ran out of time. So, I think it'll be okay, though. All right. So now we are going to just lay this piece centered, and my swivel clasp was already on there, as nice and centered as I can get it, and then we're going to sandwich this. Again, as nice and even. Oh my gosh, that's absolutely perfectly even. I can't believe it. So that's what you should have. Now we're going to sew around the outside of this. Okay. You keep track of individual, and I write on the back of a vinyl. Oh, Diane, that is such a great idea. That is such a great idea. Okay. So I am not gonna backstitch. I did on the other one and I didn't like it. So we are going to pull the threads to one side. Doesn't really matter what side, because both sides are gonna actually be visible. So I'm gonna start down here. And I've got a 4 stitch length. Oh, I better get that off of there or I'm going to break my clip. Now on these sides, you want to go really slow so that your foot doesn't go askew. It's a very technical term, askew. Hey, Karen. I might have to start doing it. I'm embarrassed to say that I do not. I think I would, because I'm a very organized person, really. And I'm just going to go across as close to my swivel as I can. And back down. I'm going to have to start a spreadsheet. I think that sounds like a spreadsheet kind of thing. Okay, let's pull these to the back. I really prefer this. The other one, I did not do this. I just backstitched, and I gotta tell you, I didn't like it. I didn't like it one bit. So, this is better. But now I'm having trouble getting it pulled. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Much better. Okay. Well, I know I do tell you, but I have a pretty good memory of where I buy things, but I never write it down. I never write it down. I'm going to start doing it. And it's going to be your fault, Bonnie. And fault, I mean in a very good way. It's gonna be all because of you. Oh my gosh, you guys, that looks so much better than the first ones I did because I didn't backstitch. Plus, I'm using thread that really matches. Oh, I love it. Okay. Let me grab a sip of coffee. This is going to be a long video. It's probably going to be at least 2 hours. Linda, you're listening in. I love it. If I write it down, I'll lose it. Well, here's the deal. What I may do, every time I make a bag, I'm going to go put in a new spreadsheet. Lynn is here. Lynn. Look what I did yesterday, Lynn. I recorded this one. It's leather. I recorded this one. I haven't released it yet, but I loved it so much, I had to turn around and make another one. Isn't it? I mean, I've told everybody that I know to go get the pattern because it's so cute. So, Lynn, what I'm doing today, and look at the strap. Her strap is just stunning. I increased it to 115%. Now, Lynn, you guys should go watch Lynn's video on making of this bag because, number one, Lynn is an excellent pattern designer. But number two, she does excellent videos. So please go support her channel as well. But Lynn is also a leather crafter. So I don't know, Lynn, have you made one in leather yet? I'm sure she will. That's right, Mona. Get a drink and kick back and enjoy the video. So funny. Okay. All right. Okay. So what's next, Lynn? I am not doing on this one because this one is going to be for me. The blue Rayna is for sale, but this one is for me. And I am not putting an inside pocket. I don't typically use inside pockets. But you know, most of these designers, and I know Lynn feels this way, is, you know, make the pattern the way you want to. Oh, you're going to do a video tomorrow. Oh, good. See, and I bet Lynn is going to probably talk more about the types of leather. This is Lynn, this is a 4-ounce leather that I skived. Now, I have a skiver. So it doesn't mean that you can't make things in leather if you don't have a skiver, because you certainly can. You just need to choose your leather carefully. All right. All right, let's finish the strap. I'm thrilled that you're here, Lynn. It's so nice to have you here. So let's put our little baby strap end on. And Lynn is much more of an expert on leather than I ever probably dreamed to be. I am just really starting still. So we're putting our little tab on here. So just like that, and we're going to sew 2 rows. I might get brave and do a box. Let's just see how I do. I don't think I will. I'm going to do 2 rows. And Lynn, if you're still here, I intend at some point in my future to get up to one of your retreats. It just has not been in the cards until probably this year, next year maybe. But I intend to. They look like a lot of fun. Okay. Just to attend. I just want to come and attend. Sorry you're back, tornado north of me. Okay. Oh, Lori. Yeah, there's a lot of bad weather going on. You know, it's springtime and it can be kind of scary. All right. So we are going to put our slider on here. Where is it? I don't really have a good or bad side, so it doesn't really matter. It would be so much fun. I really want to come. So I will someday. And here's the other thing that Lynn does on this. So we're putting this here, just like this. And I am going to put 2 rivets here. Normally, I do not recommend, let me grab my hole, putting rivets through webbing. However, this has got leather on this side, so it's absolutely fine. So I'm just going to mark for my 2 rivets as even as I can get them. I'm sorry. Whenever you see this, you should be aware that there is going to be some noise. So, noise. Lots of noise. You can put some fray check or something like that on if you want, because on this side there isn't any leather. It'll be fine. I compress them like crazy, so it'll be all right. Okay, just like that. Let me go press it real quick. You might be able to see me over here at my press. I don't know. Okay. So there we have it. Cute, cute, cute. All right. Now, with the right side up, we're going to add this piece. Don't get anything twisted. So I've added this piece. Then we're going to go up and through our slider. Okay, so this is what you should have. Perfect, because this is the right side of this one. My little knot is back here. Okay. Barbara Ann, your husband keeps track of everything because he's a bean counter. Oh. Oh dear, you just gave me another idea, Barbara. Maybe I should have Tony do that. You're proud of me for doing my strap first. I like to get the strap out of the way. I know, I think you do too. I prefer it. That way when I'm done, I'm done. I don't have to go, oh, now I have to do my strap. So I am just using, let me get this over here so I can see. I'm just using double-sided tape here. We're going to get that as close and centered as possible. Perfect. Let me get these rivets out of my way, or they're going to be knocked on the floor, and that would be quite disastrous. Hey, Donna, I didn't see you come in. Hi. All right, let's do it. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to start down here, but I have a right and wrong now that it's here. So this is going to be my right side, so I'm going to start here, but I'm going to start going this way. All right, here we go. No back stitching. I'm going to pull them to the back. And full disclosure, this is some leather that I got when I went to Tandy Saturday. It was on sale. It was on the clearance table. Plus I get, you know, an additional percentage off. It's kind of sad, you know, now when I walk in the door, they go, oh, hi, Barb. Tony just looks at me and goes, oh dear, that's trouble happening right there. All right, I'm going to pull this to the back so I don't have to struggle to find it. I only go once a month. I don't allow myself to go more than once a month, and I really should not go even that often. This trip I needed something specific. And it wasn't any kind of leather. But, and if you watched my live the other day, I showed you I got some double-sided leather that I am going to make. Oh dear, now I can't find which one it is. Hold. It must be this one. Yeah. I got some double-sided leather that I've never ever had any before. And I'm going to make, there, that's good. Holly's new pattern. The XOXO tote. Hi, Valerie. We're making the Rayna by Lynn's Handmade. If you haven't gotten it, you must go get it. It's absolutely adorable. It's the perfect bag. It's what a lot of kids, you know, college age, high school age, even adults like me, are carrying these days. It's absolutely adorable. Okay, I think we're done, except I'm going to add some rivets. Did I get it right? I did. I'm so happy about that. All right, let's add a couple rivets here. There and there. Now, you could measure for these. I just eyeball them. I should probably measure. Okay, the mallet's coming out, guys. So some noise. No, I'm not sure that went through. Hold on. That time it did. That time it did. And I'm not just saying all that about this pattern because Lynn is here or was here. I say it on the video that I did yesterday. As I was making it, I fell in love with the bag. Of course, you know, in full disclosure, there aren't too many bags that I don't like. There are some, but there aren't too many. Now, for these, I am going to use my long rivets because I'm going through 4 layers of leather and the webbing. Probably not necessary, but I'm going to do it anyway. Oh, Rayna! I'm so excited. Congratulations. Let me go press these. That is fantastic. Rayna, that's so great. That'll give you great exposure. That's amazing. That's fantastic. I'm so proud of you. All right. Here we go. So there's the strap. Isn't that just gorgeous? Oh, I love it. Okay, I'm going to put the strap aside. And let's do the next section. The next section is the inside pocket, which I am not doing. And that's okay. So I already sewed my D-ring connectors. I did skive these pieces just because I didn't want them to be too thick. And I'm just going to trim them just ever so slightly so it looks a little better. Okay, those are fine. Now, the other thing that I did on the blue one, and I am doing again today, is I skived these pieces, but even so, it was too thick to turn. So what I did was I'm leaving them raw edge. Hi, Mary. Hi, Annette. I'm leaving them raw edge, and then I will trim them once I sew them. So I'm going to sew all the way around at the seam allowance in the pattern. I'm still using the same seam allowance. But I'll just trim them. It just created way too much bulk. It did not look good. In fact, I probably still have the piece in my trash. I threw it away. It was awful. So, Lynn, I'll be interested to see what you do with your leather. Depends on the firmness of your leather. Let me see if I have it in here. Yeah, here it is. So this is the blue one I tried to do yesterday, and look at that. I skived it down pretty far, but it still looked awful. I didn't like how it looked, so I said no. I'll just leave it raw edge. So that's what I did. All right, let's do this one. And I don't even think I'm going to edge coat it. This purple doesn't really need edge coating. Okay, let's trim these down to about 1/8 of an inch. And I'm going to get my other scissors out. These are the scissors. Hammer it. I did not hammer it. So that's probably a good idea, but I don't mind this in raw edge. It really looked good on my blue one. And this I just noticed it skipped the corner, so I'm going to have to go fix that. Yeah, I didn't like it. So gotta make do. All right. So on this one, it skipped that corner stitch.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna fix it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go down in the same hole I started, and I'm just gonna pull those to the back. One more. Perfect. Okay, let's just pull those and tie those off. If you look at the back of this, you'll be able to see it, but that's okay. I'd rather have that than a skipped stitch, you know? You might want to increase the number of available patterns, Brenna, because she does have a big following. She's been doing it a long time. Long time. Okay, so I went over my stitches to catch that corner. Let me show you the next thing I'll do. Because I don't want that stitch right there. I don't know if you can even see it. I'm going to clip that because I went over both. I'm not going to clip it on the back. But I don't want that showing on the front. And now, if you look at the front, you'd never know that happened. I love that when that helps. All right. So before you move on, just find the center, fold that straight edge together, and find the center. You got to run. I will, Lynn. Thank you for joining. That was so sweet. You guys go support Lynn. Lynn's Handmade. We're all small businesses. We need everybody's support. And you can't go wrong with this pattern, I'm telling you. In fact, all her patterns, you can't go wrong. I think I have all of them, actually. All right, so there's those two. So now we are ready to put our zipper in. Let me have a sip of coffee. Okay. So I made my zipper a little longer than necessary. And remember, this is at 115%. So I found the center, but I'm leaving some off this end so that it'll be easier for me to put my zipper pull on. Because if you've watched me at all, I have trouble with that sometimes. You know, I'm not embarrassed to say it. And then we're going to sandwich our lining right on top. Now, you could base the zipper in place if you chose to. You certainly could. I'm just doing it in one step. Now, here's something to keep in mind. This seam allowance for your zipper is different than all the other seam allowances. She has one seam allowance that she tells you to follow throughout the pattern. This is different. Okay, now we're going to fold that down and we'll top stitch next to the zipper. You guys, I get to meet Mary in October. I am so excited. Mary's coming to our retreat. Okay, get that nice and flat. And we'll top stitch next to the zipper tape. Okay. Now you're going to take your front top, which is this piece, and we're going to do the exact same thing. Right side down onto your zipper. And sandwich the lining on the other side. You like the camera shot? I do too. It's hard. I'm still trying to get used to where I'm looking. Because sometimes I'm showing you something over here when there's another camera over there. So I'm trying to figure it out. I'll get it. And then do the same seam allowance here. Thank you, Mary. Then we're going to fold that wrong sides together and top stitch. You're getting ready for another storm too? Judy, it's kind of crazy out there. A tornado hit down the street? I will. I'm saying a silent prayer right now, Judy. Oh dear. These storms are deadly, I'm telling you. They're nothing to mess around with. I know I said earlier I just usually sit right here, but that's probably not accurate. If there was something very close, I would go into the, let me go this way. I would go into the center of the house since, you know, we don't have basements here. Nothing to mess around with. Better to be safe than sorry. And sometimes you can do everything right and it still can be damaging. So be safe, Judy. You know what? I'm going to just test something. Oh, I don't have a phone here that I can use. I'm pretty sure. Let me just see. Oh, yeah. I just want to make sure that my phone fits in this zipper, and it does. I'm so happy about that. All right, let's put my zipper pull on. You guys, I got it the first time. Aren't you proud of me? I'm pretty proud of myself. All right, let me see what's next. I don't want to mess it up. Oh, yeah. So now we're going to take a lining piece. You have 3 lining pieces and 1 exterior that is full. And we're going to put that right sides just like this so that our pocket, zipper front pocket, has a back to it. So it's fully lined. Somebody said that they were going to try and do this and make it a turned bag. I think that's a great idea because this is a bound bag. Hi, Lainey. Who was that? I'm just trying to think. Who was that? I think it might have been Betty. You know, some people just don't like bound bags. All right, so now when I open this, it's fully lined once I get this on. Perfect. All right, so let's, actually what we can do though is put another piece, before we stitch it, you can baste it in place if you want. I'm just going to do it in 1 stitch. Another piece of your lining, but this will be wrong sides together with that pocket piece. This is going to end up being the inside of your bag. Now I'm just going to baste all the way around. I'm trying to read comments. Oh, yeah, was it you, Mary? Did you say that? Yeah, you could easily add a zipper pocket on the inside to turn it through. Absolutely. Okay, I'm just going to baste it all the way around so all my layers stay together. Okay. Hi, Colleen. Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind binding bags. I will say though, at the beginning, the first few bags I bound, I hated it. This, I did not quite catch this down here, so I'm just going to make sure I do. It does take a little practice. I hated it at first too. In fact, the first one I didn't throw it away, but I had to pick it out, and I didn't like it at all. So now I'm just going to trim this so that these are nice and even. And then I'm going to trim my zipper. Okay, not much there. Now I cut my zipper, so I do not use a bigger needle on leather, but I am using a leather needle. This is an 18 leather needle. So there is the front. I have my tag on there. I have my front zipper pocket fully lined. Perfect. Now, we're going to do the same thing with the back. We're going to put wrong sides together, and we're going to just baste that in place. Now, if you don't want to, if you don't have a skyver, which I know many people don't, I didn't have one for a very long time. You can use the leathers that you can use are anything 2 ounces or less. Lamb is a great leather to use. You can't really skive lamb because it's so soft, and it's usually fairly thin. So lamb is a good one. That's what I started with, actually. And if you don't like how floppy it is, you can always interface it outside the seam allowance. Okay, let's just base this all the way around. I'm getting ready to be low on pattern pieces. And there is such a thing called Selpa. It's called leather stabilizer. A brand name is called Selpa, S-A-L-P-A. I get a lot of my Selpa from the Bag Making Academy. It's okay, Colleen. It's pretty funny, actually. I knew exactly what you meant. How's that? How's for that? Yeah. And Selpa comes in different thicknesses, but it's something that you can attach to the lamb leather to give it some more stability. But this leather doesn't need any stabilization. All right, so let me find the center of both of these pieces on all four sides. I like Selpa. I like the feel of it. Selpa is just compressed leather shavings. It has a really good feel. There you go. There's Jan. Look at her go. I get to see Jan pretty soon. I'm pretty excited. I'm going to give you a big hug, Jan. Just be ready. Just be prepared. Okay, that center is there. That center is there. Let's mark this center. Hi, Patricia. Small D-rings. You're talking about a corset ring. You know who sells them? Is Sonar. Corset rings. I think she actually even has 2 sizes. That's where I've gotten mine. They're called corset rings. Let me just show you something, you guys. Look at my new glasses. Can you tell I have different glasses on? Can you see it? Do you see the color is different? The other ones are kind of a lime green. These are kind of a metallic blue. And here's the reason I got a pair. I can see without the glasses. It's not a pleasant thing. Let me go back down here. But since I had my cataract surgery, all my old glasses, all my old sunglasses are way too strong. I can't even use them. They're blurry and it's awful. Oh, it's sold out at Bag Making. Yeah, they're frameless, Karen. Yeah. So I was uncomfortable not having a backup pair because ever since I've worn glasses, I've always had 2 pair. So I asked Tony. I said, "Can I go ahead and get a second pair of glasses?" The other ones I didn't get new frames. These I did get new frames. He said, "Of course." All right, let's add some tape here. Yeah, they're very lightweight. I love these glasses. I really do. You can't even tell I have them on, really. And I got to go back in there tomorrow because normally when I get them, and when I picked them up today. I just completely forgot. I have them put on the extra cushion pads, you know, that go on your nose, and I forgot. And I can tell these don't have them. So I'm going to just run back in there tomorrow and see if they'll switch them out, which I'm sure they will. You have teeny tiny cataracts? I know, it's just part of the aging process. I will tell you, that whole process was easy peasy. The worst part of the whole thing was having to do drops for so long, before and after. That was the hardest part. I know. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and put these on. And I'm going to pick my best side. So this goes centered here. And we're just basting, this is on the back. We're just basting these in place. Yep. Corset D-rings, perfect. Thank you, Jan. You're making the bend and snap clutch. Yeah, that's a really cute pattern. I haven't made that one. That's a lens pattern. I made it forever. Maybe I'll do that one again. That's a really cute pattern though. All right, so just 1/8 of an inch on the back, basting that in place, centered. Okay. Love it. Now let's do our zipper. Let's do our main zipper. Oh, you know what? I cut this too short. I cut it the regular size. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Let me cut it again. I cut it the normal size. That's all right. I can use it for something else. All right, so take one of your exterior pieces, right side up. It's 2 years ago. Oh. I can't imagine what it looks like. I have no idea. All right, so I cut this a little long, so we're just going to put this on the exterior, right side down. This is just like any other zipper gusset. And then I'm going to take my lining piece. I don't know if they sell corset rings at Tandy. I have never looked for them. They may. They might. Now I'm just going to make sure my ends are the same width. You know what I just realized? Oh dear. She has you trim this to a certain length. I'm going to have to do some math. Oh my gosh, that's scary. Okay. All my math people out there. Oh, Selpa? I don't think they sell Selpa. I don't think Tandy sells it. I don't know for sure, but I don't think so. All right, so you guys, I need your help. So, what is 115% of 14 inches? I need 115% of 14 inches. Who's going to help me with that calculation? Jan, you're an accountant. %115% of 14 inches. do that before I started. Oh yeah, Donna, the Cascadia is very, very cute. 16.1, Donna. 16.1. Let me write that down. Hold please. 16.1. Let me write it on this pattern piece. Thank you. Thank you, Donna. Look at that. Look at you guys. I love it. Thank you. I would have never been able to do it that fast. My dad was a math teacher. I did not inherit that gene. Thank you, guys. So that's 115% of 14 inches. Okay. Because I'm going to have that here in a second. The width I can figure out because it's going to be the same as my gusset. All right. Okay. Thank you, Dawn. You guys. So just under an 8 probably. Huh? That's what I'm going to do. Okay. All right, we're going to top stitch on this side. I'm not going to do the other side yet because I'm going to have to trim this. Well, I could do the long edge. I'll do the long edge. I think this will be fine. Well, I'm not even going to do that because I had to trim the other one. So, hold on. Hold please. All right, let's add the other side the same way. Lori, what's 115%? So 1.15 times 14 equals 16.1. Look at you guys on your math. I would have never been able to figure that out. When I have to do that kind of stuff, I always have Tony do it for me. He's really good at math. But he's out mowing the yard. Thank you, guys. It takes a village. Isn't that the truth? Okay, let's add our lining. Oops. Careful. Knock things over. This is going to be my new bag. If you want one, I'll make you one, but this is my new bag. I can't wait. I'm so excited. You might ask, how many bags do you have? Don't ask. I have a lot. Don't ask Tony. That's for sure. Okay, here we go. We've already decided that we did not do our typical spring cleaning. Lori. It's okay, Bob. It's okay, Bob. It's all right. And don't ask me who Bob is. Lori knows. All right. ask me. Mona says length time the percentage. Really? Is that all it is? That seems way too easy. You know what? Where's my calculator? I used to have a calculator in here. I don't have it. And my phone is in use. Where is my calculator? I must have moved it. Okay, that's all right. My friends helped me. Bob wasn't much help, but that's okay. All right, so now we're going to sew next to that side of the zipper. And I'm going to do it from this side. Okay. Now is when we need that calculation. So 16.1. Let me put my zipper pulls on first. And then we trim this to that length. Okay. And I'm using 2 zipper pulls. Oh, the buckle guide has SELPA. I did not know that. Interesting. I'm going to have to go turn the fan on. I'm starting to sweat. Almost always. I rarely get hot. But when I'm sewing, I tend to. Plus, I got all the lights and cameras and everything in here, so it does get warmer. I'm going to go just turn my fan on. It's right here. Plus, I probably need to drink a little water, so let me have a little water. Okay. I'm going to trim that zipper off and burn the end. Does anybody dream sew? Oh, Janice. I do. I actually do a lot. Let me tell you what I dreamed last night. It's clean, don't worry. I dreamed, I'm going to mark this because otherwise I'll get it wrong. I don't actually have to cut off much. That's interesting. Okay. Let me see. I was talking to Lori yesterday about Love Lola has some new vinyls coming out that she's releasing. All right, let me just double check this because if I cut it and it's not right. 1816. Okay, here we go. Scary. So I dreamed last night that I was talking to Love Lola, and I said, I love your new vinyls. I must have some. And she said, well, why don't we just do a swap? I'll buy some of your hardware and you buy the vinyl. Isn't that funny? You guys need to go look. I think it's, I don't know if you can link an Instagram thing on here or not. You were piecing together the panels of the Magnolia Ray. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I think if any of us really sew quite a bit, we probably all do it. And then this needs to be the same width as our gusset. And, you know, it is almost the same. Let me see how it is down here. It's the same. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. All right, so this is right sides together, our bottom gusset and our zipper panel. In the pattern, with the regular size, the blue one I did have to trim the zipper gusset. We're manifesting. I do. I dream a lot about sewing, actually. You know, what can you do? All right, so this is the normal seam allowance that you're doing here. Okay. And then I am going to just trim these ends just to reduce some of the bulk right here. Just like that. Okay. Then I'm going to turn it wrong sides together and top stitch. This is some really nice leather. Really nice. It's got a good temper and it feels nice, smooth. So we top stitch those layers together on the bottom gusset. Now we're going to bring the lining up to the other side and the exterior up to the other side. It's a little bit of a challenge. This side is wider for some reason. I have no idea. So that's okay. I will show you what we do when that happens, because it happens frequently with these types of gussets. All right, now we're going to sew that at the seam allowance. And I just want to make sure this is even. There we go. Okay. Okay. Let me trim those corners too. So in our D-ring corset, D-ring arch hardware. Good, good. Yeah. All right, now we're going to turn those wrong sides together and top stitch on that side. On the bottom. Then we're going to put our bottom gusset wrong sides together and just stitch that together. And actually I'm going to do the zipper gusset while I'm at it. Oh, my Handmade Space has them too. I think she's having a hardware sale. Is it still going on? I don't know what the code is off the top of my head, but she's having a hardware sale. I think she is anyway. All right, I'm going to stitch this all the way around. Oh, there's a clip there. Just basting. In fact, I'm going to increase my stitch length. Remind me to put my stitch length back down. Please, tell me. Hi, Sarah. Shh, don't tell anybody. Quiet. I get to see Sarah soon, too. I'm pretty excited. Okay. Let's do the other side. We're about ready to put it together, guys. How long have we been on here? I don't even know. I can't see it on here. Jan, how long have we been live? I figured it would take a couple hours. Okay. Beautiful. All right, let's find our centers. So here's what I was talking about. Do you see this? This is a little wider than, and so I just trim it. Just ease it in. You don't have to take off much. Just ease it in. You want those, and this is actually, the rest of it's pretty good. I love it. But if it isn't, just ease it in. It's okay to do that. All right, now we're going to put our two seams together, and we're going to find our centers on both the zipper gusset and the zipper panel. And I just clip them. That way I don't have to try and hold everything. You know, find your centers. Don't cut yourself. That center is pretty good. Find the center of your zipper panel. And then with those centers, put those centers together, your bottom and your top zipper, and then we're going to mark another center, and this is going to be the side center. Okay, top and bottom. Okay. Perfect. Let me clean up my mess. And now we are ready to put our center, or our gusset on our pieces. Let me just make sure I'm not forgetting anything. I am going to use fold over elastic this time, so let me get some. I'm going to use this pretty purple. It's kind of wild. It'll be fine. Do I have any other purple? Oh. What about this? Oh, I think I better do this. What do you guys think? I'm going to do that on my binding. Okay. Yep. All right. So let's take our front piece. And let me grab my staple gun. Here it is. I did staple the blue one, and I would recommend you staple. Change your stitch length. Oh, Janice. You're a dream. Thank you. I just did it. I wouldn't have remembered. Yep. Thank you, Janice. Okay, so let's do the top. Where's my center on the top? Okay, here we go. She says to do this front part first. And I'm actually going to open my zipper. Just keep in mind when you, do I have this right? Yeah. When you have, when you use staples, you have to take them out. So, I really don't like using staples if I can get away with it. This one, I highly recommend you use staples. Does it add a little time? Yes, it does. All right, so do that straight edge, take it down to the bottom, and do this straight edge. Then we will clip our corners. And staple our corners. You know what? I just saw something that I don't like. Do you see how the lining isn't matching the outside there? I'm going to trim that. I don't want to have to worry that I'm not catching my piece. You have a pretty decent seam allowance, but that's the only spot. I didn't like that. I don't want to have to worry. No worrying on life. Don't worry on life. That's my motto. All right, now I'm going to find my side centers. Okay, guys, we're going to see how our math did. My math and your math, which is actually scary on my part. Oh, did Jan have to leave, Sarah? She must have had to leave. Thank you, Sarah, for being here. She can't hear me, but she'll hear it later. Okay, I am going to clip my corners. So now on these corners, know what your seam allowance is, and then you only want to clip half your seam allowance. Don't clip more than half your seam allowance. I'm going to move that so you can actually see what I'm doing. So I'm clipping all 4 corners. Trying not to clip my finger. One more. It's a tight-fitting gusset, just FYI, which is not a bad thing. Okay. All right, let's get our little staple gun going. Yeah, I will sometimes do the straight edges too. You're exactly right, Janice. I hate taking staples out because what happens is I get them everywhere. In my carpet. And then it's not good. All right, so that worked out pretty good. Let's see. And I'm stapling, as I'll show you here in a second, as close to the edge. Like I said, you have a really good seam allowance. Oh, BJ! Hi, BJ. There's another one of my favorite admins. They're all my favorites. I didn't end up having any puckers in my blue one that I did. So I think that the stapling really does help. As much as I hate to admit it. We're almost there. Okay. Oh, no, I got one more. Oh, heavens. I guess there are 4 corners. Could have sworn I didn't. I didn't. Now, I'm already seeing a little bit of an issue. There's a tiny bit of extra here, which is highly irregular. So I'm just going to take those out and go up and stretch it out. Because I don't want there to be any pucker, especially next to my zipper. Let's see. Typically, you can get it eased in without a problem, and I am easing it. Oops. Going to ease it around my corner. Perfect. Okay, now we're done. Sewing at the straight edges first. Interesting. I have never done that, Janice. I may have to try that sometime. Okay, I'm going to leave that out because I'm going to need it. All right, let's start on the bottom. And like I said, you have a really good seam allowance, so use it. When you get to your corners, just go slow and kind of stretch your corner out so you don't get any puckers. I'm using leather, so I'd really rather not have any puckers, you know? But it's for me, so if there are, it'll be okay. It does help to open your top zipper too. I'm really concentrating. Sorry, guys. It helps the panels from shifting. That's true. I'll have to try that next time. I'm always open to suggestions, guys. You know, we all learn from each other. And a lot of you guys out there, many of you, most of you, are very good seamstresses, bag makers, seamstresses. One more corner. There might be a pucker in this corner. I don't know. It felt like it. I hope not. All right, let's see how we did. I don't think so. Oh, there's a staple right in here. A little stinker. All right, let's take these staples out. And if you haven't gotten one of these, I don't know how much these are. Somebody, I think it was Rayna. You're very distracted today. That's okay, Lori. I think it was my friend Brenna, who's a school teacher, said this is what teachers use. I'd never seen one before in my life. It's a game changer. It's a magnetic, so most of the time it holds on to the staples. But it is so easy to take them out. I mean, I was using a regular old staple remover, which was really painful. This is so easy. I try and do my best to maintain control of all the staples. But see how easy they're coming out? I still don't like using staples if I don't have to, though. Because you still have to do this, you know? I've seen some people just cut them off. I haven't been successful at that, though. One more corner. You got a set of 5 of these, Janice? These? Or just a regular staple remover? I don't remember how much this was. I've had it for a while now. Couple more here. Oh, see, there went one fine. Okay, let me dispose of the staples. All right, let's make sure that I got them. Well, looks like it. All right, let's trim it down now. It says you trim it to a certain width here. Did I put my wings on? Oh, gosh. I started to have a panic moment. Those go on the back anyway, but I almost forgot. Okay, there we go. All right, a sip of coffee and a sip of water. Hi, Gail. Yeah, they don't. It typically doesn't, Gail, but because it's magnetic, it's a game changer. Game changer. What did Dawn say? Lori's distracted. It's okay, Lori. Take care of you first. Okay, now let's do the binding on this side. And I'm going to do it my friend BJ's way. She's the one who taught me this method. It's not my method. It is hers. I do it all the time. She called me one day. She goes, Barb, can you get on a Zoom? Or can you get FaceTime? And I said, yeah. She goes, I have something to show you. She goes, it's the best way to do binding. I said, let's do it. So you put it on, you wrap it around, then you take your ends, right sides together, and make a seam. So you're binding together. This works every time. And then I just trim mine. Oops. I don't know if BJ's still here, but she's the one who taught me this. It's fabulous. And now when you put it on, it goes on extremely perfectly, and there's no raw edge of any binding. I love it. I mean, it works every time. And somebody asked me, why don't you just measure for the other side? Well, I don't. And here's why. Because sometimes your sides can be different, and it doesn't take long to do that little measurement. So I prefer to do it for both sides. I know that may be weird, but that's what I do. I think for the most part it would probably work. But it works perfectly. It is nice and snug. And you don't have that raw edge on the bottom or wherever you connect it. Hey guys, if you would go hit that thumbs up, that really helps me. I really appreciate it. You'd be surprised how much that little action helps. And commenting obviously helps too. So, thank you guys. The thumbs up is right below where it says Jeannie's Designs. You like the stretch. I do too. You'll see in the recorded version I did of this that I did her method, which is kind of a quilting method. I like that too, honestly. All right, should I take the time to change my thread color? I think I'm going to. So hold please. Let me find my light color here. You know, it's not that much lighter. So, you know what I'm going to do? I am just going to use white. Yeah, I just rather almost use white. All right, let me thread my machine real quick. And hopefully, hi Mary Lou, thank you. Thank you so much. You know, I really appreciate you guys. You have no idea. I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't continue to do this without you guys. I'm just saying. I wouldn't. All right, let me rethread real quick. Who was it I was watching recently that says she uses black webbing, black binding almost exclusively, and black thread. For this reason, I don't really want to use black in here though. But she does it because you can't see the thread on your binding. So it's a really smart idea, honestly. Uh-oh, you get to watch me thread my machine. Oh my gosh, it went through the first time. How about that? Okay. Elevator music playing. Thank you, Lori. All right, let's do it. Let's start here on the bottom. Let's make sure I've got it pretty even all the way around. I do. Okay. So hopefully we'll catch it on both sides. I am going to increase my stitch length, so Gail, remind me. That was Chris. Yes, it was Chris, Diane. It was. It's a great idea. I don't like it. See, and because I'm using white on this really light lavender, you can't really even see it. The dark purple you would have been able to see like crazy. So it doesn't really matter what you use, just use a matching thread if it is important to you not to see it, which it is to me. Not this one in particular because I'm keeping it, but I want mine to look nice too, you know? It was Chris. Went over my clip. That would have been disastrous. All right, one side almost done. Did we catch it? Oh my gosh, we did. All the way around. Perfect. All right, let's attach the other side. This is the top. Here's the top. Let's flip it. Is there a reason I increased the size of the pattern? Yes, there is. So, I like small bags, but the original, and when we're done, I will show you the difference. The original size is just a little too small for me. My phone doesn't fit in either of the pockets. And I like to secure my phone in a zipper pocket. I know it's kind of weird, but that's what I like to do. So I just increased it by 115%. Or at 115%, I should say. That's the only reason. I like to carry a little Jordan pouch and a wallet. I don't know if the large mega accordion wallet. I added the wings. Thank you, Janice. They're here. Thank you for checking. I'm telling you, it takes a village to do things. Yep. So that's the only reason. My phone, I have an iPhone 14 Pro Max. Now, if you have a regular size phone, not a Pro Max, you don't need to increase it because they would fit. Your phone would fit. Snipping my corners. And if you're new to bag making, when you clip corners, you always clip the straight edge, which for me is the gusset. The gusset is almost always your straight edge, because that is what you're trying to stretch around your corners. One more. Never mind, she says. Thank you for checking, Janice. All right, let's do this and we'll staple. And now I'm trying to decide if I go back to my purple thread. I don't know. Let me think about that while I'm stapling this. I think I'm going to. I hate to say it. Oh, Janice. I've done it a million times. I've done something like that a million times. In fact, I double checked it before I started adding the gusset to this because I thought I forgot to do it. So, no harm with that. Uh-oh, am I out of staples? Oh, where are my staples too? I think they're right here. Yep, here they are. Now I have to remember how to put my staples in here. I think I just do that. You like my scissors and cutter deco on your leather caddy. Blake, I am not sure. I know what you're talking about, so hold on a second. on my caddy. Oh, you're talking about this? Are you talking about this? There we go. Let me see. Did I get that on there right? I did. Okay, good. I do sell them though. If you want one, just let me know. Reach out and we'll work out a deal. Yeah, these are just the it's called the Buddy Box by Simply Artful Stuff. They're easy to make. But if you'd like me to make you one, I'd be happy to. That one actually is cork. They're very handy. I have about 12. Not that many, but I have a lot. That holds a variety of things. Okay. It's the Buddy Box by Simple Artful Stuff. It is absolutely adorable. Did I get all my corners? Oh my gosh, I did. Oh, I didn't finish this one. All right, let's do it. Let me have a drink of water. I'm just going to leave the white thread. But I am going to decrease my stitch length back. Judy, are you still here? Judy and Lori, are you guys having any more bad weather? I hope not. Take your time around the corners. It's really a gorgeous day here. I hate to say it. So far, so good. Okay, good. I bet Judy had to go. I'll have to check on her later. One more corner. The corners always make me sweat. Uh-oh. My foot came up. let's take the staples out, trim it. Add our binding. And then we just have, did I put that? Yeah. To put our D-rings on. We already did the straps, so we don't have much left. And then I'll show you the difference in size and why I did it. I will say this bag does require stapling. I would say for the majority. Not everybody will have to staple, but I rarely staple, and I think it's the only way to go with this bag. And I will say that it's not a bad thing, because what it means is your gusset fits nicely and snugly. Okay. One more corner. You having bad weather, Mary Lou? Well, you guys are right on the water, aren't you? Uh-oh. Staple fell. I think this is the last one. Let's see. Yep. Oh, no, there's one right here. All right. Let me get rid of those little boogers. Okay. There's one. And let's trim it. All right. Gonna have to do some serious vacuuming. All right, let's add our binding. You're ready for summer in the beach. Well, it's already in the 90s here, so we're already enjoying a lot of summer weather. It's a little soon, but that's okay. Last year, summer started in March, so at least it took a little longer this year. So I'm not going to complain. All right, take your binding off, right sides together. Stitch that together. And let's put it on. I'm just singeing some little threads. So, ooh, fire. Okay. All right, here we go. Oh, there's another thread. There might be one little pucker here. We'll see how it looks when I turn it. I hope not, but you know what? If it is, it is. Puckers just make it, you know, one of a kind, right? I'm very pleased with how this leather has sewn. I will say that. It's skived beautifully. Of course, I sharpened my skiver before I started skiving it. That really, having a sharp skiver really makes a difference, you know? My friend Ann always told me that. She said, always start with a sharp skiver. You know how I feel about puckers. Okay, Bob. I don't like puckers either. Sometimes they're unavoidable though. And I don't think it is, but we'll see. It's right here, I can tell if it is. We'll see. All right, let's do it. Then we'll turn and burn it. See how we did. I think I might have missed my binding right there. It's okay, we'll fix it if we have to. Okay. All right, let's see if we have to fix a little spot. Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, by just a couple little stitches right there. Do you see that? Barely. So I'm just going to go over that just with a couple stitches. And it's right on the top, so nobody's ever going to see it but me. I can tell. You know, you get used to doing things and you can tell when something's not quite right. All right. Let's do it. Let me get a drink of water. Here we go. I'll change the camera angle so you guys can see me sweat. Okay. All right. Oh my gosh. Here we go. It's really not a hard bag to turn, I will say that. Partly because the zipper goes down pretty far. No puckers there. I'll do each corner and I'll report back. Not a pucker there. No puckers on the front. So that's good. Oh, there's that little, there is a little pucker there. Tiny. I'll show you. I'm okay with that. Just pushing my top corners out here. It's in the back, so that's a very good thing. So there it is. Let me see if I can point it out to you. It's right there. Do you see it? Right here. I'm trying to get to the camera so you can see. It's barely noticeable. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. All right, let's do the D-ring connectors. Let me grab my D-rings. And I pulled those threads to the inside, so I'm just making sure. So on my D-rings, I already punched my holes. So I'm just putting my D-ring on and putting it on like that. And your D-rings, let me get you down here again so you can see. Go on this top edge right here. And it goes just like that. And then we'll mark them. Oops, I need to go down a little more. Hold on. That wasn't on there. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's punch those holes. And I am going to use my hand punch for this. A tiny, I know, it does hurt my feelings. It's so tiny though. I don't think any normal person, and I mean that by a non-bag making person, probably would notice. And it's on the back. But thank you, Rayna, for that. Now I am going to use some of my long rivets again for this. So I'm going to put them in. Oops. And then we're going to attach it. In the holes. Probably don't need the long rivets now that I see it, because I forgot I skived this piece. That's okay. We'll use them anyway. Okay, so that's how that looks. Perfect. Let's repeat that on this other side. And then we are done. Let me see. Let me make sure I don't have any pieces left. That would be quite the disaster. Okay. So put your D-ring on. Put it on this squared off spot right here. Make sure it's pretty even. Mark for your holes. Punch your holes. grab your rivets. You definitely could. And this is a great bag for cork or leather, or vinyl, I should say. Cork, vinyl, cotton. I think her recorded video that she has, her release video, is she makes it out of cotton. Interface cotton. That's one thing about Lynn, is that she's very versatile, and she does her best to accommodate all types of sewists. Because, you know, a lot of people aren't leather sewists. Some people don't ever use vinyl either. All right, I'm going to put my rivets away. Otherwise, I will knock them on the floor, and that would be a disaster. All right, let me go. Need to put you up, and I'm going to go press my rivets. Oops, it fell on the floor. It's okay, all's good. I'm not sure I got that one. Let me try that again. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys. Let me go grab Tony's phone real quick so I can show you how it fits. Hold please. You guys, I have to show you something real quick. This is Tony's phone. Look what he has on the front. It's me waving. Can you see me waving? It's hilarious. We were in Alaska and on a train, and we were being really goofy. Elevator music, thank you, Lori. All right. Okay. So the true test is, did I make it big enough for my phone to fit in the front pocket? All right, here's Tony's phone, which is the same size as mine. It's perfect. It's in there. His phone's in here. Perfect. It's a perfect fit. That was my goal. 115%. So you have a nice front pocket that you can put whatever you want in there. It's fully lined. Oh my gosh, you guys. The Rayna sling by Lynn's Handmade. All leather. And then I did not put any pockets on the inside. I don't use pockets on the inside. But it's a fully bound bag. Now, let me get the other one, which is the size that she has in the pattern. And you can just see the difference. Let me change the camera view so I can put them down here. And you can see. There they are. This is the one in the pattern. And this is the 115%. It's still a small bag. It's not a huge bag, but it's just big enough. I'll be able to carry my Jordan pouch, my sunglasses, my phone, everything in this one at 115%. Let me punch this corner out. I can see. There we go. Okay. So, the Rayna by Lynn's Handmade. Both of these are in leather. This blue one is going to be for sale on my website. And this one is my new bag. But if you want one in leather, purple leather, I will make you one. Purple leather with black matte hardware. I love this. So here's the side view. It is wider. Let me give you the measurements, the finished measurements here. The 115% is 8 inches wide by almost 6 tall, not quite. And depth is 3 inches. So it is really just more so the width than anything. The width. I love it. So I think I would put your tag up just a little bit higher. Yeah, I put it the same place on the small one. Yeah, the side, could you please put the larger one on? Oh, yes, I can. I absolutely can. Let me put it on. It's going to clash with my clothes today, but that's okay. So there it is. Now, you can wear it as a crossbody. Let me tighten it up. It's a little long. Yeah. So I would probably wear it like this, but you can also turn it around and wear it on your back. Just like that. The other thing you can do is wear it as a waist bag. And let me tighten it up. Doesn't take much. I'm not a small girl. And so you can wear it like that too. The nice thing is, and the reason she put this obviously in front is for easy access. The other thing I really like about it is that the zipper, the top zipper, has gusset. So the top zipper isn't next to the front or the back. Do you know what I mean? I really like that. So, you guys, the Rayna by Lynn's Handmade. 115%. And all I did was on my printer, I just marked it as 115%. And the only pieces that I increased were the front and the back and the linings. Actually, this is the back and 3 linings. I increased the zipper panel to 115%. And the front top to 115%. And the front bottom to 115%. And the bottom gusset to 115%. So what that leaves is I did not increase my D-ring connectors. I did not increase my strap accent. And my wings. I did not increase my wings. Or my zipper, my strap end piece. This piece right here. I didn't increase that, obviously, for obvious reasons. So, this is an absolutely adorable bag, and many of the kids today, even adults, minimalist. This is probably the same size as the small Louis, similar, although the Louis is made differently. Do I like one over the other? I like them both. They're very different. Sound is going in and out. Oh, okay, Diane. Yeah, you might want to just hit refresh. And Wendy. I don't know why it would be going in and out. My camera is blinking a little bit. I don't know why. Let me see. It says 100%. Oh, it's okay now. Okay, good. We're almost done. So I would encourage you to make the size and the pattern if you like small bags. And then if you want something just a little bit bigger, if you have a big phone, you know, we all carry big phones these days, then you're going to want to make the 115%. I'm just looking at it and thinking, I wonder what 120% would look like. It did work. Oh, you had to hit refresh. That's weird. My camera was blinking, but it's not blinking anymore. It's cute as a waist bag. Now, you know, I'm an older gal that is not tiny in any way, shape, or form, so I don't like wearing things around my waist because I think, I'll just be honest, it accentuates my behind. I don't really care, though, but that's why I typically haven't worn them. That's way too much information. I know. I'm so sorry. That wasn't necessary. But anyway, I said it, and there it is. It's out in there. It's out in the world forever. So, oh, Colleen, you modified the Louis, and your zipper isn't next to one of the front. Isn't next to the front. Oh my gosh, you have to send that to me. I increase it on my printer. I used 8.5 by 14-inch paper. And I had to look at a video on how to do that because I have an Epson printer and I haven't had it all that long. So on the computer, I said print at 115%. And then I had to use 8.5 by 14-inch paper for all the pieces to be on there. And I had to finagle the zipper panel and the gusset a little bit because one side of it was off the paper a little bit, but one piece of it wasn't, so it was easy to do. You guys, it's a cute bag. And the leather smells divine, I'm just going to say. I always smell my leather. Do you guys smell if you're a leather maker, do you smell your leather? I do. I can't help it. I did skive all my leather. I did skive it all the way around. No, I didn't do anything in Adobe. I don't have Adobe. Just on when you go to print something, you can change the percentage, and I just changed it from 100 to 115%. Not sure if you saw my question. I didn't. Mary, where are you? Mary. I didn't. Where is your question? What is the front zipper opening length on the original bag? Okay, good question. Good question, I'll tell you. On the original bag, the zipper opening is a little over 7, not quite 7 1/4. This opening here is not quite 7 1/4, and on the 115%, it is. I have to get a different ruler. It is 8.5. So it's significantly bigger, really. 1 1/4 bigger. Good question. Let me go back down here. You're not going to believe this. Look what happened. This is not my swivel clasp, and it broke. I wonder if I can get that back in there. That's disturbing. I think I can fix it. These aren't my swivel clasps. I'm trying to use up a bunch of old stuff that I have. Very interesting. Oh, there. I got it back in there. Never mind. Mine don't do that. I'm just saying. Okay. Your iPhone Pro will fit on the small one? Is that what you mean? Yeah. Yeah, it's good to know that, actually. 8.5 by 14 is legal size paper. Yes, that's right, Nancy. Yep. So please go right below Jeannie's Designs. Click the thumbs up button if you would. That really helps me tremendously. It could be it could be a job for Bob. I have my own Bob, but I got it. So am I considered a Bobette? I don't know why that came out. Yeah, it just came out again. You know what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to glue that or press it. I'll have to fix it. That's disturbing. I guess I could take this off and redo it. That's a bummer though. I have never, ever in my life seen one do that. Have you guys? I'm going to have to work on that. I'll fix it. I'll give you an update. Thank you, Mary. I appreciate you guys so much. I truly, truly do. I mean, I wouldn't do this if I didn't have you guys. I really wouldn't. I wouldn't do it. So, thank you everybody for being here. I appreciate you, and we will see you next time. I'll probably release this blue version in the next few days too, just so you can see what it's like to have both. All right. Thank you guys. I appreciate it.